Okay, dear students, this is Mustafa Ahmed Mirchawala from Mirchawala's Hub of Accountancy. I am the director of Mirchawala's Hub of Accountancy, as well as I am teaching all level of financial reporting like basic FA level, FR financial reporting level, SBR level this paper, and also UK taxation. Okay, and I also teach ICW corporate reporting as well, right? Okay, and I've been teaching for like 22 years now, right? So a vast experience, and today we are going to discuss about the SBR, what this SBR is all about, and what is the demand of this paper. Okay, so we'll be discussing many things, and please follow all the instructions. Whatever instructions I'm giving you today, this will help you throughout the whole session. I'm going to share my experience with you. Now, the first question is, normally when students complete their applied skills level, they come to professional level, and in professional level the first paper they pick is SBR, Strategic Business Reporting. Why normally students pick SBR as their first professional paper? The answer, there are three answers. Number one, first of all, the passing rate of this paper is quite good. It's like 50%, 51, 52 global pass rate. So global pass rate of 50% plus is very decent, because you know there are some papers in which the pass rate is 40, 38, something like that. So 50% is a very decent pass rate for ACCA professional paper, right? Okay, now wait, just okay. So now, before we move on, just for your motivation, that the pass rate is good, and yes, the scores of students are also good. So I'm not going to share just one attempt result, I'm going to share 7 attempts result with you, last 7 attempts results. So it's a big journey, so then you can take out average as well. Okay, just for you guys motivation. See, and I am right now I'm sharing only list 1. Normally it's my practice, whenever the result come on the result day, we prepare 5 list. So right now I'm going to share only list 1 of major attempts. So see, this is December 2023. You can see the scores, and you can see the different countries. So we have worldwide students. Okay, UAE, Nepal, African countries, UK, European side, everywhere. Okay, India. Then, so this is December 2023 attempt. Then see, this is March 2024 attempt, list 1. You can see 87, 80s, student scores in 70s in such a big paper. Then please, then we have this June 2024 attempt. See, again you have results in 80s, 70s, routine. Then you have September 2024 attempt. Again you can see 90s, 80s, 70s. Then my dear student, December 2024 attempt, only list one I'm sharing right now. Then you have March 25 attempt, and then one more 7th attempt, that is June 25 attempt. You can see the score 93. And yes, in this list there are many position holders as well. So many of my students, they scored world top, nationwide positions. This is the routine thing. Okay, but yes, for these scores you have to follow me blindly, because I am an experienced teacher. I know, I have seen students, I know the journey. You have to trust me blindly. And one more thing I say, that I have this much knowledge. See this complete, you can see this tumbler, complete jug. Okay, but if you bring a small glass, in terms of efforts, in terms of time, so I cannot convert the complete jug into one glass. It's small glass. So it should be a two-way traffic. Two-way traffic means you need to, for passing any exam, you need to complete course on time, like 20 days before the exam. So if you want to complete course on time, then you need to start the course on time, and you need to give proper time. Okay, so there should be a work-life balance. If you are doing job, normally students do job with this paper, so no problem, it's good. It is recommended by ACCA UK that with the strategic level you should take practical experience. But with that practical experience, please give a proper time, like 1 hour or 1.5 hours, concentrated to your studies as well. And my lectures are very, very effective. You will see even in within, and you can also see the demo class I have in my YouTube channel. I have uploaded many demo classes. Even I am doing a real social work. I am educating many people all throughout the world, and through my YouTube videos. Even my paid course is separate. Definitely it's a very different course, but I have done so many social work on social media as well, on my LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So that's why I have a very good following on LinkedIn as well. Let me show you. See this. This is my LinkedIn account. You can see I have like 64,000 plus. See the screen. 64,000 plus followers on LinkedIn. 64,000 plus followers on LinkedIn I have, right? So it's a big quantity. Many audit firm partners and many industry specialists, they follow me. I'm in touch with them, routine CFOs and CEOs, right? Okay, so that's why I share my practical stuff there. Now, why SBR is important? SBR is not about just don't just plan to clear this exam, but also learn things from this is the last financial reporting strategic reporting paper. Okay, in this paper you will learn reporting is about communicating. It's about communicating. You know, accountants are biggest communicators. See, for example, I'm an accountant. At one end there is a whole company, the whole business, and on the other end the shareholder. So now I will communicate to shareholders that what is going on in the company. So this paper is about communication, and yes, professional communication. One more thing I would like to say, that when you were in the foundation level of ACCA, you were like operational people. Then you became the mid-level management, and then now in this strategic level paper you are in the boardroom. Let us say you are talking to the board of directors. Just think yourself that you are talking to the board level. Okay, so your communication should be according to that. Okay, now it is one of the most practical ACCA papers which will shape how you analyze and report financial information. And then I have discussed my results as well. Now, my dear student, this is the exam structure so far. You will have a 100 marks paper, 3 hours 15 minutes will be there. Yes, since last many years it's totally computer based. Okay, there is no paper and pens concept now. Then you have 3 hours 15 minutes. Section A contains 2 questions, section B also contains 2 questions, but I would recommend to pass the exam in section A. Section A total is 50 marks, and the breakup of 50 marks is normally 30 marks for question number 1 and 20 marks for question number 2, or sometimes 28, 22, or like this. Okay, but the total of these two first question is 50 marks. Now, the first area, as usual in all financial reporting paper, group accounts is always there. So in group accounts you will have consolidation, and now according to the latest formats, you in like 10 years back, when in this paper you had to make complete statements, complete SOCIs, complete SOFPs, complete statement of cash flow, but now this is not the case. In the latest question you can also see the past papers as well, but I recommend to my students that before starting any paper, always go to accaglobal.com and check the past papers. See what is coming in the past paper. In this way it will help you to take the decision, right? Okay, so if you see the question number 1, now you will get spreadsheets, you get some adjustments of consolidation, like few unadjusted things in the question, and they will give you a pre-populated, listen my word, the examiner will give you a pre-populated spreadsheet. The first column is already made by the examiner, and then you have to adjust. You need to post the double entries. You need to post the double entries of different unadjusted transactions. For example, just giving you example, there is a P to S, parent company to subsidiary company sale, and there is a URP adjustment. So now you need to adjust the URP. So you will be adjusting URP in retained earning as well as group inventory. So you will be posting the entry. Same is the case, for example, your company, your group has one associate as well. So you know the how to post the associate share of profit. So if the associate share of profit is not yet been posted, so in that case, you need in that case you need to adjust that thing as well. So it's practical thing, but no more, you are not required to make complete statements, no complete SOCI, no complete SOFP. It's very good area. Yes, everything will be covered by me. I have covered all major past papers. Even I covered the pre-mock, the ACCA pre-mock exams. I also recorded, and I also provide solution for ACCA pre-mock as well. So I'm also very active guy, you can see. Now in the consolidation area, let me share you a few things. In the consolidation area, what's new here, you will have, right now I'm just giving you an idea, okay? The proper teaching classes will be different. So in the consolidation area, you will have step acquisition. Now what is the step acquisition? Listen, previously when you guys were in FR level, so you used to buy, parent company used to buy the subsidiary in one shot. Parent company used to buy subsidiary in one shot, okay? But now step acquisition means you are buying company gradually. For example, listen, first of all, you bought 10% shares of a company. See the screen, you bought 10% share of a company. So with 10% holding, you don't have any control and you don't have any significant influence. So this 10% holding means trade investment only, okay? But now after 1 year later on, you bought 60% more shares. So already you had 10, now you bought 60, so you cross the 50% border, and now you have 70% shares, so you have control. So this is the case of trade investment to control, trade investment to subsidiary. Now this company become your subsidiary. So this is the part of your syllabus. Same is the second case. See, first you bought 10% share, so 10% share is your trade investment, but later on you add 20% share, so on it, so 10 plus 20 is 30, so now that company become your associate. So this second case is trade investment to associate, right? Then third case is you already have 30% share, like you first bought 30% share, so it's your associate. Now you bought 40% more share, so you got the control. So the third case is associate to control, okay? And now the fourth case, let us say you have 60%, share of company. That means already it was your subsidiary, and now you bought 20% more, so still it's your subsidiary. So this is a very special case, one of the most favorite case of examiner, sub to sub. We call it sub to sub, means you already had control, after 20% more shares still you have control, okay? So these all are the cases of step acquisition. Right? Now there is a opposite area which is called disposal. See, disposal, yes, those of you who are coming from ACCA background, like FR, you have given FR. So in FR there is one area of disposal, like you in one shot you sell complete shares of your subsidiary. In one shot you sold all shares of your subsidiary, in one shot you sold all shares of your subsidiary, okay? So this was one time disposal. But now disposal area will be opposite of step acquisition. For example, you already see this, the reverse area. Now you already had 70% shares, now you sold 60% shares. So from 70 to 10 means from subsidiary to trade investment. This is a jump from subsidiary to trade investment. The second case is you already had 30% and now you sold 20%. So this is associate to trade investment. The third case, You already had 70%, from 70 to 30. So from control to associate. Okay. So in short, I would say step acquisition and disposal are opposite areas. Step acquisition and disposals are opposite areas. Are you getting? Then you have SOCI, consolidated SOCI, very good area, and you have done it before in FR as well, and definitely I'll be covering as well. Then you have consolidated cash flow. See, consolidated cash flow. This yes, you have done cash flow, statement of cash flow 2 times in your life. You have done statement of cash flows 2 times in your life. Yes, one more good news. You know, now when at the time when I'm recording these lectures, now we have new standards, IFRS 18. I'm sure you have heard about it. IFRS 19. And yes, because of the change in IFRS 18, your cash flow is also changed. The cash flow statement is also changed. Yes. So previously, when you guys, what you have studied before in your life, statement of cash flow, operating activities used to start operating activities from profit before tax. We used to start operating activities from profit before tax, but now we start from operating profit. Okay, so there are changes. Similarly, let me tell you one more change. Previously, the finance cost paid, the interest paid, you had choice. You can post in operating activities as well as in financing activities, but normally majority of time we used to post in operating activities interest paid. But now it is mandatory by the standard to post the interest paid in financing activities. So these are changed. So yes, you will get all the updated stuff in my course. Now, then you have, so consolidated cash flow you have. Let me give you few examples of consolidated cash flow. Listen to me. Whenever you will be teaching, whoever will be teaching consolidation to you, whenever you studied consolidation in your whole life, your teacher used to tell you, listen, I'm telling about your past, that for consolidation we used to think about this circle. See, always think like a circle. This whole group is a single unit. This whole group is a single unit. So now when we are doing consolidated cash flow, so for cash flow point of view, just treat the whole group as one unit. For cash flow point of view, just treat the whole group as one unit. What does it means? Only, listen to me, only if the cash is coming inside the group and cash is going out of the group, then that is the cash flow which is relevant for group. If the cash is going within the group, like from this pocket to this pocket within the group, that means this cash flow is not relevant for consolidation. Let me give you example. For example, parent company has 70% holding in S company. That means 30% holding with NCI. You can see. Now subsidiary company has decided to give total ordinary dividends of 1000. Subsidiary company is giving a total ordinary dividend of 1000. So ordinary dividends are distributed to the owners. So now 30% owners are NCI. So 1000 multiplied by 30% is 300 dividend will go to NCI, and 1000 multiplied by 70%, 700 dividend will go to E company. Now you guys tell me which amount of dividend is relevant for the group for consolidated cash flow. Let me tell you, only this dividend, only this 300 dividend, only this 300 dividend will come in consolidated cash flow, because only this money is going out of the group. The other 700 is within the group. The other 700 is within the group. The other 700 is within the group. Okay, so within the group means it's not a cash flow from group point of view. But yes, one last thing. If parent company is giving dividends to its own owners, own shareholders, owners, if parent company is giving dividends to its own shareholders and owners, then yes, that dividend is going out of the group. So this dividend and this dividend, these two are relevant. So this is very interesting area. I've just given you hint. Definitely I'll cover in extreme detail when we'll be doing in the class about this topic of consolidated cash flow, right? Okay, then after statement of cash flow, consolidated statement of cash flow, there is one more area which is called foreign subsidiary. Yes, very important area. Foreign subsidiaries IS 21. For example, listen, you are living in United States, so the currency is US dollar, but your parent company is in United States, but you have acquired a running business in Europe, in UK, in India, in Nepal, in UAE. So now just think, in UK the currency is pound, but in US the currency is dollars. So parent company's financial statement is in dollars, but subsidiary company's financial statement is in pounds. So how you will add horse and donkeys? Just think, it will be very difficult to adding together different currencies. So yes, for this consolidation there are different rules. You need which exchange rate to use for goodwill, which exchange rate to use for consolidated retained earning, NCI, adding together. There are a lot of things. Exchange gain or losses. What are the treatments of exchange gain or losses? So everything will be covered in detail with you guys. Okay, right? So yes, the question number 1 is group accounts, and then you have, yes, very easy marks. I have written question number 2, ethics plus reporting IAS. One more thing, sorry, I forgot. In question number 1 also, you don't only get consolidation. With consolidation you get IAS as well. Sometimes you get IAS 19, you get IFRS 13, or any financial instrument. So with consolidation they give you IAS as well. This is a strategic level paper, right? In question number 2 you get different ethical scenarios and reporting scenarios, but the ethics part is the easiest bit because it's like a routine part. Only few things, if you understand few things, you can easily do it. Even the examiner comments are there that to clear SBR paper, don't miss this area, right? So in the starting 1 or 1.5 hour you should do this area, because this is scoring marks, right? And one more thing I would like to say, in SBR, this is accounting reporting paper. So how you get ethics? You will have number 1, first you will have an accounting issue, and then you will have an ethical issue. Means your ethics will be connected to accounting. Let me give you one example. For example, I'm sure you guys have done IS 36 in your life, impairment. So whenever you get impairment hint, you calculate recoverable amount, and in order to calculate recoverable amount you have to calculate value in use. And what is value in use? Future cash flows present value. So yes, you can do, as an accountant you can do corruption in calculating future cash flows. So if you are amending future cash flows according to your wish in order to manipulate your shareholders, in order to avoid impairment, then this is unethical. Second example, for example, you want loan, your company wants loan, so you go to bank, the bank asks for the future cash flow forecast, that why we should give you loan, first show us the future cash flow forecast. And now if you are making a fake future cash flow forecast, then again this is very unethical. Okay, so these things you will get. Now in section B you will get case study style question, application, interpretation, recommendation, IAS, and different articles area, and I would say current issue. Now what is current issue? Let me explain. Previously, like few years back, when SBR paper, like I would say 10 years back, sorry, 10 years back, when the name of SBR paper was a different name, then we used to have a 25 marks current issue. 25 marks current issue. Okay, and what was the current issue? Means new IS. If there is a problem in existing IS, so International Accounting Standard Board, let us say, has launched a new standard. So they used to ask about the defects in existing standard and what new standard is coming. This was the old way. But now there is no 25 marks current issue, normally 8 to 10 marks, and you even won't be able to recognize it. Even as a student, you won't be able to recognize it. So now the current issue area, the new developments area, is covered through Article C. You have to listen, keep this thing in mind, that you need to read all important articles of SBR written by ACCA examiner at accglobal.com. At accglobal.com you have to read the articles, right? Okay, So normally they give you question from articles. For example, nowadays hottest issue sustainability standard S1 S2. Yes, we have covered in the class. So S1 S2 standards, normally they ask about the cryptocurrency thing, they ask about the ICO initial coin offering thing sometime, right? They ask about news, for example IS-21 article, examiner also written the changes and the defects and all. They sometimes ask about the business model issues, right? So whatever articles are there, they are best for current issue thing. Okay, now similarly nowadays the IFRS 18, yes, IFRS 18, IFRS 19, these are the hottest new things. Then professional skill marks are awarded, yes, for clarity, structure, judgment and analysis. Yes, this is not a basic paper. I told you, you are in boardroom, so your communication should be very formal, should be very professional. You need to use headings, heading paragraph, heading paragraph, heading paragraph. You need to write everything clearly. You need to make proper layout. If normally SBR is like 80% theory paper, I'm saying 75% theory paper, but yes, there is a 20% practical area as well. So if there is a question contains practical and theory both, so in that case you need to do proper workings, like separate working for practical, then theory, and then references as well. Give proper references as well, right? Okay, give proper conclusion, do proper analysis. The flow of sentence should be very good, right? Your grammar should be okay. You should not do spelling mistake at this strategic level. Okay, so it's all complete thing. Now what examiners expect strong IFRS knowledge and application in the real world. Yes, you will get it. I sometimes say it's a practical paper. It's a practical paper. It's like an interview. Just think, if you go to interview, they ask new things, they are practical things. Okay, so when you are sitting in an interview, you have to give, you need to show the confidence. Yes, for this paper confidence is the first thing, first and last thing. And then you need to give your suggested solution. Whatever you know, you need to give. Okay, you should not go for perfection. Let me write this word. You should not go for perfection, you should go for maximization. Okay, you should not go for perfection. Don't be a perfectionist. Okay, one more dialogue I have listened from many examiners, and I'm in from examiner reports as well. Listen this dialogue. Breadth is important than depth. Very, very $1 million lines for SBR. Breadth is important than depth. Now means, for example, there are 20 areas in SBR to study, and now what you are doing, you are just doing your 3 favorite areas all the day, all day, and you are the master of those 3 areas, and you have completely ignored the remaining 17 areas. This is suicide. This is suicide. No, for this paper, what you should do, you should take a little normal knowledge for all 20 areas, and then you should try to write in your own words. So breadth is important than depth. Important golden lines I would say. Ethical judgments, yes, in professional situation. Ethics marks, clear and structured communication, writing not like a student, give proper headings and all. I have already explained you this thing. Now, common mistakes to avoid: writing theory without applying it to the scenario. Yes, if you only write the standards, like let us say you get the question for revenue and you have started typing IFRS 15 and all. No, you have to apply the scenario. For example, there is sometime they ask about the football stadium, sometime about the cricket matches, sometime they ask about the movie director who is investing in the movies. They are giving payments to actors, and there's risk and reward, this and that. Sometimes they ask about the players accounting, railway accounting, right? So different industries they touch. Sometimes they go for the construction industry. So you need to do application as well, applying. See, writing theory without applying, you need to connect it with the scenario and then give the conclusion. Ignoring professional marks, I have already given. Poor time management. Oh, serious issue. Yes. Almost since last 5 to 6 years, yes, I am getting this feedback that students normally complete 80 marks in the exam, 80, 85, sometimes 75 marks. Yes, they also do clear the paper in the same attempt, but why you can only score 80, complete only 80 marks in the exam? You know why? The reason is you are not doing mocks. What you guys do just one question practice, and then you go out for tea, then you watch movie, you talk with friends, you take break, then after 1 hour you come, you do one more question, then you go. No, in the examination you have to fight with four questions, so you need to fight with four boxers, and you need to knock down four boxers in one go. So please try to do mock. Yes, I do conduct mock. Let me tell you my services. In this course, I'll be providing you detailed recorded lectures with excellent teaching style, I would say. With I start things from scratch, I repeat things multiple times, so it's easily understandable. We also give you revision days of like past papers. Sessions are also updated in my LMS and mocks as well. Then we give query support. If you have any queries, we have a proper query support department. Then number 4, marking facility. Yes, the most important thing is marking facility. What is marking facility? As this is a theory paper, so normally students don't know what they are writing, so we provide this facility. Like in the last month of the exam, we send you like 9 to 10 questions, separate questions first, and you complete it and you send it on email, then we mark it, right? And we give you feedback for that. So 9-10 separate questions as well of my assignments, as well as a proper mock. We send a proper mock and we mark your mock as well. So now just think, avail this marking facility. I give many reminders. One more thing, you should not only do my mock, as well as you should do the ACCA pre-mock available on ACCA website, 2 mocks, and then you should do some past papers, complete past papers from accglobal.com with the time limit of 3 hours 15 minutes. So I would say if you do 3 mocks or 2 to 3 mocks, then you can perform in the exam. This time management issue. Yes, it is true. At the time of doing mock, you will feel demotivation. You will feel demotivation that I don't know anything. But yes, this is giving you power. This whole process is making you strong for that final match. So please don't forget the mock. Not practicing, yes, always for the practice thing use CB platform, but now it's very easy because SBR paper is all about theory, so you must know typing, you must understand typing. Your typing speed should be normal, and yes, as you have done the ACCA applied skills module, so you are used to with that CB platform thing, so it's not a big issue for you. Now in the key areas, I have already discussed this consolidation. Yes, you have APM area as well. The old name was APM. Now after the introduction of IFRS 18, these are management performance measures. Okay, MPM, management performance measures. And what is this? Let me tell you a little introduction. Right now we are just doing introduction, not doing the complete lecture. See, you all know about traditional ratios. What are traditional ratios? Return on capital employed, gearing, GP margin, operating margin. But these traditional ratios are not suitable for each and every company of the world. For example, my company is IT company, so I'm highly dependent on technology. Let us say I'm a service company, so I'm highly dependent on my employees. So for me, the labor turnover is very important if somebody is highly dependent on employees. So yes, now it is allowed that you can calculate your own ratios and you can show to your shareholders, so that shareholder checks the performance, the key performance indicators. But now once you will show your own performance indicators, once you will show your own performance indicators, once you will show your own performance indicators, in that case you will do corruption as well. You will only show those ratios which are good for your company, which are giving you good results. So again, this is cherry picking. Or sometimes what you will do, you will introduce a new ratio, but you won't show a comparative number in the last year. So there are many problems which are discussed in this areas. Okay. Now one more thing. If somebody tell me what will come in the exam, how can you predict the paper? So I say use common sense. ACCA is a real life, there is a word written in the ACCA logo, think ahead. So ACCA goes with the real world, whatever happening in the real world, your exam will be linked to that. Like if you see the world's top 10 companies now, majority are technology based companies, and technology based companies are highly dependent on intangible assets. So IS 38 is always very important. But yes, it's a one lecture topic IS 38, but the past paper of IS 38 and the articles of IS 38 are very important. The research and development, human capital, AI, chat GPT, this DeepSeek, cryptocurrency areas, all linked to IS 38. One more example. For example, you can see now there are wars in the world, tariffs in the world, floods in the world, climate issue, climate change, very hottest issue of the world. So because of this, there is a high impairment. So yes, IS 36 again is important. You getting? So don't ignore such standards, whatever is hitting the real life. Now I have written exam technique. When this I'll teach you in the class as well. When you will be writing, I will be solving real past papers with you. So I'll teach you this rule, SAC method. S means state the rule, A means apply the rule, and C conclusion. State the rule means, for example, there is a question you are getting of IFRS 15 stage 5 book revenue. So now you just first of all you need to write about only stage 5. You don't need to write complete IFRS 15, otherwise you won't get marks. Do not write irrelevant stuff. It will cost you in terms of time, as well as you won't get extra marks for that. So just write IFRS 15 in stage 5 in shortly, like brief, and then you need to do application. The real marks is for application. You need to connect it with the scenario, and finally you need to give the conclusion. Then one more issue. If there is no IFRS in foreign issue, yes. For example, this is the basic training. I teach this in FR level as well. I'm sure you must know it. For example, my company is applying IFRS in preparing the accounts. Now, suddenly I got a new transaction which I have not applied it before. So with that new transaction, what I will do, first I'll open the IFRS book. Is there any standard for this transaction? If there is any standard for this transaction like IS 37, 36, 38, IS 10, I'll apply it. But if there is no instruction in the IFRS book about this transaction, then I'll go for the similar transaction. And if there is no similar transaction available, then I'll go to the conceptual framework and I'll make my own policy by using the knowledge of conceptual framework of different accounting concept like accruals, prudence and all, right? Think from investors' perspective, focus on business models, intangibles and yes, very good. Normally they give you question in question number 3 and 4. This area comes investor focus. See, nowadays investors don't just see the P&L and SOFP, but they see the future of the company. And the future of the company is about the business model. What is the business model? How the business is making money? What is the future of the business? Like different transactions, how the different transactions are impacting the future of the business. So, and you can see the global politics now. Every day there is a war, every day there are sanctions and this and that. So how your business will be affected by these factors? So you need to explain to investors. So there is a question of regarding investor focus, that these transactions are going to hit the investment like that. One more example I give you. You have heard about IS 38. In IS 38 you have studied that internally generated goodwill are not capitalized. Yes, internally generated goodwill are not capitalized, so not in the books. But internally generated goodwill is very important for us. Even it is part of your share price. Whenever a shareholder buys a shares, your goodwill is part of your share price. So it is the part of the share price, but it is not included in your financial statement. So see, such a big gap. So you need to cover this gap. You need to explain this gap to your investors. See, one more very good news. See, this is the good news. I have written good news. Remember, if your answer is not fully correct, you can let me tell you this very famous dialogue. If you in SBR level, if you are right, you are right. If you are right, you are right. But if you are wrong, still you may be right. If you are right and you are doing right, you will get marks. But if you are wrong, still you will get marks. Still you will get marks if you are giving the logic. This is the beauty of SBR. Multiple solutions are allowed. And this is what I have written, Headroom. Let me give you one example, real life example. You know, in real life, there are some very technical areas of IFRS, and for that areas, listen, big four audit firms have different opinions on it. Like for those areas, KPMG has got different opinion, EY has got different opinion, you can find on Google, and PwC has got different opinion, and they all are applying their own opinions. Because IFRS are flexible, IFRS are principle based. Yes, US GAAP is rule based. US GAAP is rule based, but IFRS is principle based. You getting? So now one more thing, headroom marks. What is headroom? For example, you are solving a question and the 10 marks, maximum 10 marks written on that. But now when the answer sheet will come to the examiner will start it with 14 marks. Examiner will start it with 14 marks, as if this question is of 14 marks. So if you have done 4 marks mistake, still you will get 10 marks. So just think, this is called lenient marking, because yes, the paper is tough, so they will start with 14 or 15. So this is the first interpretation of headroom, and the second interpretation of headroom is multiple solutions are allowed. Multiple solutions are allowed. Okay, now the study plan. Obviously, as now the world has changed, in online classes students join at different time, so we cannot make a single plan. There are students who join like 3 months before, there are students who join 2 months before, some students join like last month. So it should be according to your needs. But let us say if a student joins on time, so I would say there are 3 phases. The first is learning phase, then practice phase, and then revision phase. Okay, in learning phase you study the IFRS lectures, you study ethics, consolidation and all frameworks. I would say that in my lectures, I'm saying myself, I'm the teacher trainer, for the starting lectures, go fast. For the starting IFRS lecture, go fast. Even I have covered the F7 FR level standard as well. Why? Because there are some students, they have done FR like 2 years back or 1.5 years back. So now they want to do complete course with FR as well. So we have included. But if your FR knowledge is very good and you have recently done FR, so I would say no need to do IS 40, IS 41, IS 20, IS 8, IS 10, getting IS 16. It's all, you know. So you can just see the slides or you can do fast forward. Yes, go smart. This is the smart world now. Only smart people go fast. So I would request you, the starting phase, the starting lectures go fast. Okay. but the heart of this area is past papers. See, I have recorded detailed past papers, almost all past papers, right? Many attempts. So yes, once you will do the past paper, you will get the confidence, and then start practicing on the platform. Okay. And one more thing I would like to say about SBR, that do not expect right from the first 2-3 classes I'll start past paper. No, I can't, because in SBR, listen my word, in one past paper question you get 2-3 IS mix. So if I have covered only one IS, I can't teach you past paper. So I'll teach you past paper on the right time. Trust the process. Okay. Now, read examiner reports, very important. Mock exams, yes, you should do mock exam, I've already told you. And one more thing, examiner has written the article for prepare to pass articles, and you know the the benefit of those articles are examiner has solved different solutions. Like if you solve like this, you will get 80 marks, you will get 60 marks, you will get fail. So examiner has compared the solution of different students. So that's the beauty of this examiner, biggest help. So do read those articles. Okay. In revision phase, you read technical articles, time management, polish weak areas and all. Okay. Now resources, Kaplan kit, yes, it's good, buy it. Latest technical articles, give like 2 separate days on articles. Articles are very important. Examiner reports, I've already told you. Website. CB practice platform, lectures and exam technique videos provided in the course, yes. And finally, I would say that stay away from negative people. I'm vlogger as well. I make short videos as well. So, and yes, we don't only teach online, but we travel worldwide and we meet our students. We have done like London meetup, we have done Ireland meetup, we have done Houston meetup in US, Nepal meetup, Riyadh meetup, UAE meetup, Bahrain meetup, Qatar meetup, different parts of Pakistan as well. So I met a student recently, and he told me his story. He studied from me like whole ACCA, and he told me when I was in the foundation level, somebody showed me your video, somebody showed me your one video, and you caught me. And from that day I studied from your Mirchawala Institute. So he cleared our foundation level in first attempt, all applied skills level in first attempt. But when he came to SBR, listen the real story. So he studied so hard, and when he was about to enter in the examination room, a friend met him and a friend asked him which question you will do first. He said, my teacher told me to do question number 1 first. But that friend told him that no, our teacher told us to do question number 3 first. And this friend inserted something, confused him. This friend confused him. Now what he said, his story, listen. He entered in the room with this confusion that I should start with question number 1 or question number 3. Now with this confusing mindset, he opened the paper. He saw that question number 1, he read the question number 1 10 minutes, and he found it difficult because his friend put something in mind. So he jumped to question number 3. And in question number 3, he again wasted 15 minutes because question number 3 is normally difficult. So now 25 minutes wasted, and his confidence level was very down. He said, I failed that paper. I was so confused throughout the paper. And this was the first failure of his life. So he went in depression. And he took the break of 6 months almost, and then he failed 2 or 3 times more. So please avoid such things. Do not talk to irrelevant people, negative people. If you are studying from a specialist teacher, everything will be provided in the course. I would say one thing, your result is my performance. Your result is my performance. Even the ACCA UK monitor your result. If you are studying from me or any teacher, that teacher's pass rate is monitored. Just think. So it is our duty to make you clear, to do the maximum possible efforts. So just go with one guy and then if you are ready to start the course, just follow the one guy. Okay. Finally, you should read the real life journals, real life financial statements. If you have time, you can read it, right? These are the, now I've written my number as well, and yes, our website is also there, admissions.mirchawala.com. you can register as well, and if you have any issue, you can ask me on WhatsApp as well. Okay, right? So be positive and best of luck for this paper. If you want to see the demo class, you can watch on my YouTube channel as well. And yes, I would request you to subscribe my YouTube channel. I'm working on Instagram as well. LinkedIn, I've already showed you. So thank you and take care.